I'm Officer Chris Ladd, K-9 trainer for the St. Petersburg Police Department K-9 unit. Several months ago I was having a discussion with Assistant Chief Melanie Bevan, who was concerned about the safety of our kids on school properties throughout the county. She was asking about the feasibility of training detection dogs, much like our narcotics or explosives dogs, to find firearms and ammunition if they were to be brought onto school campuses. We obtained the grant in October and procured 2 dogs that we're going to use for this training program. I'm going to work one of them myself. She's a chocolate lab named Macy, and Campus Police is on board with us and working with us in this program, and they have a handler, an Officer Dave Harrison, and his partner is going to be Rue, also a Labrador Retriever. She's a yellow lab rather than a chocolate lab. No other agency at this time is doing this program, and so we feel pretty special to be able to offer this service to the students and staff here in Pinellas County. For the last 10 weeks, we've been training Macy and Rue to locate firearms and ammunition if they find their way onto any school campus within Pinellas County. This morning, we're at Pinellas Park Middle School, where we're going to show you several examples of the dogs in action in an open campus environment. We need to thank Principal Dave Rosenberger and his staff for allowing us to come onto their campus with open arms. Without the availability to come onto a school campus like this during an open session, the dogs wouldn't be able to be exposed to the environment that they're actually going to work in. So it's been pivotal for us to get on this campus and be able to do some training. In the next several minutes, you're going to see 4 examples of the dogs at work. Several of the schools in the county still have lockers that are in use by students, and is obviously an easy and convenient place for children to hide contraband or firearms. So we intend to make random sweeps of those lockers throughout the year to make sure that there's no firearms in those lockers. Once we've got an alert from the dog, we check the locker. The scary part, it's in a tennis bag, but when you open it up, as you can see, it had a regular sawed-off or short-barreled shotgun. So it's a very innocuous looking object that anybody could walk onto a campus with, or even down a public street. I think it's pretty cool that the dogs can find stuff like that, so hopefully it won't ever happen for real. We'll show you an example of Rue working an open area search in a common area. It's a courtyard near the cafeteria during the lunch hour when children are going back and forth. And with the firearms detection dogs, if a child or a student brings a firearm onto campus, they will probably have it hidden somewhere until we show up, and then they may try to discard it in an open area. Another example of the search that these dogs will provide for us is in a classroom setting. So we'll show you Macy working in a classroom, sweeping that area to make sure that none of the students have brought a firearm into the classroom setting. The whole point of these 2 dogs training is to try to keep any guns out of the school, to keep you all safe. So, you know, put the word out, these dogs are going to be coming to do random searches in the schools, so if you know people that might be inclined to bring a gun on a campus, you need to let them know you don't want to do it. And the 4th setting that you'll see today is in a bus search. If by chance we get a complaint or a call or a tip that there's a firearm on a bus, we can take the dogs onto that bus and search the interior to make sure, again, that a student has not concealed a firearm on that bus. Typically, if they get a call to do a bus search, we show up, the kids are on the bus, that's when they're going to dump their contraband. So through our training, we have put firearms in all sorts of places like that on these buses to where the dogs learn to maneuver. Environmentally, this is very tight quarters to work. So it's a little bit tough that way, but they've gotten pretty good at it, and they'll check all around and give us the same types of alerts and final responses where they sit. Like you saw in the open areas, the buildings and the lockers will be the same thing here. It's just a little more cramped and a little harder area to cover because of that.
The girl, the girl, the girl.
Good girl.
The girl, the girl, the girl. Yes, ma'am.
I hope you have enjoyed watching Macy and Rue work on an open campus here at Pinellas Park Middle School. I also hope you're as excited as we are at the prospect of these two little dogs keeping our students much safer throughout the school year.